Hello, this is Rome here, coming to you from Old Iron. Today I want to discuss rack width and why it's important. We'll be focusing on power racks that have the 3x3 upright and cross member standards, and more specific, the Rep PR5000 versus the Rogue RM4. You might say, Rome, all 3x3 racks are the same. While this may appear to be, the measurements tell a different story. First, let's take a look at the Rep PR5000. I'm not going to get into any of the features of this rack other than the rack width, but I will say I have used them before and these racks are great and at a reasonable price. Where I think Rep falls a little bit short is in the quality of their attachments in comparison to Rogue, but if you look at Rep's benches, they're built like tanks. I've digressed long enough. If you look at the dimensions, the width of the footprint is 50.8 inches. However, this is from the edge of the upright foot base. If you measure from edge to edge of the upright, you will get a measurement of 47 inches. In comparison, if you look at the Rogue RM4, you will see it has a footprint of 53 inches across. But from edge to edge, it is 49 inches. That's a whole 2 inches. Or you might say, Rome, that's only 2 inches. Well, let's not go there. This is one of the rare times in life where smaller may be better, but it all depends on what you're trying to do with your rack. Now let's get into it. Accessories. Most rack accessories will be shareable across platforms that adhere to the 3x3 standard with 1-inch hole spacing. The issue arises with the accessories that span the width of the rack from upright to upright. One of the best examples of this is a Rogue Rhino. This drop-in belt squat requires 49-inch standard to fit correctly. So if you're dead set on getting a Rhino, I would opt for a Rogue rack. This is the number one reason why I opted for a Rogue Monster rack myself. However, if you already have a Rep rack, you can go on Rogue's website and order the horizontal cross members you need and replace the Rep ones, and bam, you could drop in any 49-inch rack width accessory. Just remember that any pull-up bars, etc. that you got with your Rep rack will no longer fit, and you will have all the drawbacks associated with a 49-inch rack. So what are these drawbacks? Well, first is that most 3x3 racks other than Rogue are 47 inches instead of 49 inches. This will limit you to only Rogue accessories that span the width of the rack. The other issue for me is, well, barbells and other accessory bars. While not an issue in most cases, Rogue racks have less of a tolerance for sloppy re-racks than a 47-inch rack will. And trust me, occasionally, you will have that oh crap moment and end up hanging up one of your collars on one of your J-cups. The other issue is specialty bars. For example, I purchased a Titan Fitness safety squat bar. If you have some mobility issues, by the way, with your shoulders, these safety squat bars are a godsend. Let me go to my garage and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here we are in my rack. I'm going to show you placing the safety squat bar on both the Monster J-cups and the monolith, so you can see what I'm talking about on a Rogue 49-inch rack. 1 second. Now, the one thing you need to do when using the J-cups is you got to make sure that you have the lips facing the right way, because currently right now, if you notice, the bar has a lot of up and down movement. So if you come off a little bit off as you're actually placing the bar, it'll shift in and it'll raise this side a little bit, and then you'll see it'll come back down. It's a little bit harder to see here, but let me swap these J-cups around so you can see what I'm talking about. So now you see here that the bar is actually stable. That's because these cups have bent inwards to accommodate how short the bar is. And you'll see them go back, and then the minute I place the bar down, you shift in. So you're either stuck with having this type of movement in your J-cup, or if you place it the other way, but at least it feels firm when you put the bar in, but there's a good chance of J-cup probably slipping from its position depending on how you land the bar. Now, if I put the J-cups with the lips on the outside, where the J-cups are way more secure, it's a really, really strange feeling when you're dropping the bar on the J-cups and the bar will slide from side to side, depending on the position you come down. And it doesn't seem like much, but when you're squatting a good amount of weight or an amount of weight that you're not comfortable with, it's going to be very, very, how can I say it, exceptionally odd when the entire bar shifts over with 400 or 500 pounds of weight on. Now let me show you what happens on the monolift as well. On the monolift, you'll see everything's a lot more secure, but the only thing that I don't like is, I don't know if you could tell here, but it's actually bending the entire monolift in on both sides. And if I remove the bar, let me show you. Here we go. It's causing a lot of wear on the monolift where it's not fitting just right. So these are some of the problems that I'm having with the 49-inch rack, especially with the safety squat bar and a couple of the other bars that I've actually tried. All right, we're back. Let's take a closer look online and what you can do to avoid purchasing the wrong bar. As you can see here, Titan does a great job of showing you all the specs on the bar. Pay attention to the spacing between the bend to bend. Here it is listed as 48 inches. And as I just showed you, this could be problematic in some cases. This will limit you to the bars you can use. And if you look at the Rogue safety squat bar, you can see the bar is 3 inches longer. And most of that is between the bends, allowing for a non-heart attack inducing re-rack. However, when you look at the reviews of the Rogue safety squat bar, you can see that the Titan bar fares quite a bit better and is much better value. So what should you do? I would take the time to look online and see how people are using their racks and really get a feel for how you want to use yours. No, I only showed you a couple of examples of the many that are out there. What I also suggest is to find out what main accessories you want to use and make your decision that way. And remember that just by purchasing the cross members from Rep or from Rogue, it'll let you adapt your existing rack or your new needs and wants. If not, you could just be like Coop over at Garage Gym Reviews and have one of each. Yeah, that's a hater part of me. I hope you found this information helpful and it assists you in making your decisions for your next rack purchase, or at least help you avoid buying the wrong bar such as I did. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, and I look forward to talking to you again. Now get in your gym and start ripping. A shiny rack is not just a decoration to be looked at. Have a good one.